Alright, so let's talk about a longer substring without repeating characters. So you're given a string S, so find the length of the longer substring without repeating characters. So this question is supposed to be pretty straightforward. So you're given the string S, and definitely if you don't want to have a repeating character, which means you need two pointers. So I'm going to say have point I and point J, I and J. And I'm going to traverse my J all the way to the right until there is a position which is going to be a repeating character. So I'm going to just demonstrate. So I'm starting from index 0, right? So index 0 is actually A, index 1, B, 2, C, and then if I traverse again, right? If I step right by 1 again, so it's going to be here. Index 3 is A, and I know my current position is what? Is the repeating character, right? So I have to move my I right by one until there's no repeating character doing the length, right? So how do we check for the length of the character does not have a repeating character? We can use in the set, right? So we can set the contents. It will give me the answer right away. Do I have a repeating character or not? So in this one, I'm going to just using the sliding window based on the set, and I'm going to give you two kind of solution, and these two solutions are actually sliding window, but one is actually cleaner than the other. So just for the first straightforward one, the first solution is going to be I equal to 0 and then J equal to 0, and also I need a return answer, right? Because I and J are the pointer, I need to keep on track my maximum length, right? And I also need to initialize my s dot length, right? Alright, now I need to traverse. I can use it in a for loop or I can use it in a while loop, right? So I just have to check out my J, which is less than or equal to n, right? And then I will just return result, right? And then I will just have to keep on track for my I and J. So for my current character, C is going to be a star chart at a J, right? So I would just keep on track for my J pointer, and then I would just say if set of contains C, right? If set of contains C is actually what this is a repeating character, right? And else this is not a repeating character, and this is repeating chart, right? So let's work on this first. So if not repeating character, then I increment my J, I ignore my I, and I keep on track for my current the current length of the substring, right? So it's going to be a result or over the length of the J or I, right? So again, how do I check my repeating character? I'm going to use in the set, and set character set equal to new hash set. So I will say set a size, right? But before I doing the set aside, I need to add the value, right? Add the value to the set, and I increment my J, and then I update my maximum result. So what happens if there is a repeating character? I'm going to remove the left chart, right? So imagine here J right here, I right here. I'm going to remove the I, doesn't matter. I'm going to remove the I and then go right by 1, right? And if this is still repeating character based on the J, and I'm still going to be removing. If not, then I'm going to increment my J, right? So I'm going to say remove my S chart at I, and then I plus plus, right? So this is pretty much a solution. So yeah, submit. Alright, so let's talk about the time and space. Space is going to be all of them, right? You add every single chart into the set, and which does not have a repeating character. And then for the time, it's going to be all of them. Why? You have to traverse from the beginning all the way to the end. So this is the first solution. And then for the second solution, which is more cleaner, and I'm just going to what? I'm going to just quickly type and explain what happens. So I still have the 2 pointer. I still need to update my maximum return result, right? I'm going to have a set as well. Set new hash set. I'm going to using a for loop and j less than what? S.length and then j plus plus. So well set at the current position at j. So set.add is actually a Boolean function. So which means what? I add every single chart into the set, and when there's a repeating character in the set, this will actually return false. So I'm going to say remove the s.chart at ai plus plus, right? And when I'm doing this, right, at some point, like I will break out the while loop and I will just keep updating my result. And let me run it. Hopefully I don't make a mistake, and then submit. Alright, for the time and space, these are the same. Set is all of them, which is a space. For loop is time, all of them. Alright, so you might be wondering like just what just happened. So I'm going to say I and then j right here. This is the initial, just about line 6. And then for the first for loop, I'm going to just like traversing, right? So j is actually equal to 1, and then I using the while loop s.chart add set.add s.chart add at j. So I'm going to add a value into the set, which is going to be a. So set is actually a, right? So this is actually what? This is actually true, but you haven't the negation, so you break out the value. So true, false, and this is true, and then you actually what? False, right? So you break out the value, then you update the result, then you increment your j based on the next iteration of for loop, right? And then again, set.add chart at j, which is b. So say add a b character into the set, and then while loop condition is still false, right? While loop condition is still false. This is because what? Even though this is true, you have a negation. So false, false and true is actually false. So you break out the value, then you update the result, which is what says set size is actually 2, which is the maximum. It was initially 1, 2, 2, and then you keep moving on your j to the character c, which is index 2. It's still going to be the same. You break out the value, you update the result, which is going to be what? 3. You add a value at this line. You add the value into the set at this line 8, and then on the index 3, set.add s.chart at j, which is a. So this is actually returning false, right? And then negation of false is actually true, and then you enter the while loop condition, and then you have set.remove at s.chart at I, which is index 0. You will increment the I later. So you will say I want to remove the current a, and I increment my I after this line. So line 9, right? So I increment. Now again, I go back to the value again, s.chart add at j. So I have it, and then which is what? False to true. False and true is actually false. Break out the value, update your set size. It's still going to be the same. It doesn't matter, right? So you add the character a into the set, right? And then you're doing the same idea and so on. So just I'm gonna give you a pause right here, right here, debug more, start debugging. Right, so just looking on the left. Alright, this is pretty much a solution. So still struggle, then go back to watch again, right? Alright, so if you want to comment anything, just comment below. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.